Now recognize the gentleman from Tennessee, Dr. DesJarlais.
Thank you, Chairman. Admiral Paparo, good to see you. You noted that PLA activity around Taiwan jumped 300% last year, including what you described as dress rehearsals for potential invasion. What indicators are you watching most closely to assess whether those rehearsals are moving towards actual preparations for imminent conflict?
We watch the transloading of equipment, of personnel, of ordnance. We look deeper into some of the non-military instruments of national power for the People's Republic of China in order to gain back strategic and operational warning to give us early leverage to position a force to respond to conflict.
Okay. And you've spoken publicly about Hellscape plan to deter invasions through unmanned systems, and you were very generous with your time on Codell Kelly in February at your headquarters in laying that out in great detail. In open source, can you walk us through how this fits into your broader deterrence framework and how we're helping ensure Taiwan is investing in the right capabilities to make this concept viable?
Yes, sir. As discussed in the Black Sea, there are spaces where the force need not gain air superiority or maritime superiority, but just deny it to the other at low human cost. And this is the essence of Hellscape: undersea, unmanned undersea vehicles, unmanned surface vehicles, unmanned air systems, and loitering munitions. Summing those, operating them within one common command and control framework to be able to put them to that best use. And Taiwan, for that matter, is also making those investments, and those investments are and must be aligned to the investments that we're making.
Good, thank you. And Admiral, last week the U.S. and Chinese military officials held their first working-level maritime security talks since the start of this administration. Can you update the committee on how these conversations went and how you see their value in the current environment?
Both sides were very direct. They were conducted professionally, and we lodged several inputs into the discussions about unsafe, unprofessional behavior, the deployment of flares in front of our partner nations' vehicles and I should say aircraft, dangerous maneuvers around ships. And it's an important dialogue that we had, and I feel confident that the People's Republic of China caught the message.
Okay. And you touched on this briefly with Mr. Whitman, but just a little deeper dive. We often hear that alliances are our asymmetric advantage, and I agree with that in principle. But how do we ensure that those relationships remain net contributors to deterrence rather than creating dependencies? And what have you already seen that you would like to see over the next year or two that would signal they're stepping up in the face of the PLA threat?
Greater investment in their own defense from a standpoint of percentage of their GDP, their gross domestic product, as an indicator, acquiring the right systems that are interoperable among all of the partners. And of course, there's Australia's historic investment in AUKUS, and the United Kingdom, I might also add. There's Japan's investment and a counter-strike capability with the acquisition of 400 Tomahawk land attack missiles. These are some of the examples of how this is operationalized.
Are there gaps that we still need to fill to close and make those efforts more strategically impactful?
There are always gaps because we're never satisfied with how ready we are. But yes, we have to speed up our ability to co-produce capabilities. We have to speed up the bureaucratic barriers to executing those faster, and we must reform the industrial base so that those capabilities deliver on time.
Thank you, sir. And with that,